The United States just opened its largest consulate ever, and it's in a country that was once the victim of Washington's worst foreign policy mistake. I'm Ananya Dutta. Let's get started. For those of you who couldn't guess, the country was Iraq. If you want to understand why the US is building its biggest consulate on earth in Iraq, you have to rewind to the contradictions baked into Washington's role in the country. There are only few relationships as loyal and distrustful as America's bond with Iraq. The image is blurry, but the contradictions have been clear. For the US, Iraq has always been a mixed bag. It says it wants to stabilize Baghdad, counter Iran, fight ISIS, keep the oil flowing, and also not go to war. In fact, during the 1980 war with Iran, Washington supported Iraq's leader Saddam Hussein for fighting a common enemy. But just as the 1991 Gulf War set in, the same Washington encouraged uprising against Saddam. This is when the Americans got its ultimate pawn, the Kurds. This is an ethnic group. While the majority are Sunni Muslims, they are also from different religion and creeds. Today they live in parts of Iraq, Syria, Turkey, and Armenia. The 2003 US invasion toppled Saddam with the help of the Kurds. Both then went on to remake Iraq's political architecture, stopping short of the one thing the Kurds had been demanding: a separate state. In the ISIS years, the Kurds showed the same loyalty, only to face isolation from the US during the 2017 referendum on a separate state again. The on and off help from Washington has complicated relations between Baghdad and Erbil. Today, this divide defines politics and policies. And even though every US promise to the Kurds came with asterisks, the region is still welcoming Washington. The US Deputy Secretary of State for Management and Resources, Michael Riggis, was in the country for an inauguration. The US opened its largest diplomatic building in the world in Erbil, the capital of the semi-autonomous Kurdistan region. This is about 400 kilometers away from the capital of Baghdad. The construction actually started during Donald Trump's first term. It sprawls around 206,000 square meter land and cost almost $800 million.
The presence of this diplomatic center here is a clear political message regarding the importance of Erbil and the Kurdistan region. It reflects the deep partnership in which Iraq and the Kurdistan region have with America.
Speaking of the testament of relations between US and Kurds, Washington is playing to the gallery. Just last month, American officials flew to Baghdad to start a quote-unquote new phase of security cooperation. Now you see, the US is around 2,500 soldiers already in Iraq. There is a plan under negotiation where Baghdad wants Washington to withdraw its forces by next year. While the US has benefited from the differences between Baghdad and the Kurds, now it is dangling Iran as the major foe, against whom the two should unite.
This is why we urge our Iraqi and Kurdish partners to meet this moment, to disempower and dismantle Iran-aligned militias that continue to engage in violent and destabilizing activities and only serve to harm Iraqi sovereignty.
These calls for unification come on the heels of a drone attack last week that hit one of the largest energy infrastructure in the Kurdistan region. It forced a complete shutdown of the plant, triggering widespread electricity outages across northern regions. While Iran wasn't mentioned by name, the US Special Envoy to Iraq wrote on social media, and I'm quoting from it, "Armed groups driven by hostile foreign agendas carried out the attack." The US is selling a new dream to the Iraqis, that it has a new purpose in the Middle East which can help secure Baghdad. But the offer comes with a quiet warning. This vision only works if Iraq walks the path with America.
America's investment in this new consulate provides a secure platform to advance the interests of the United States and demonstrates the value that a sovereign, secure, and prosperous Iraq in mutually beneficial partnership with the United States can deliver for its own people and for America.
Now, America has never done charity, and I don't think it even intends to. It doesn't just build the world's largest consulate on a whim. It wants stake in Iraq, once again. Yet for this gamble to succeed, America first needs to bury its own dead bodies. Like Erbil and Baghdad remain at odds on very fundamental issues. The Kurdistan Workers' Party, also known as the PKK, has laid down arms against Turkey, but fringe elements still exist within Iraq. And Iran is a neighbor, not a distant acquaintance like the US. And unless Washington can bridge these fault lines faster than Tehran can exploit them, the world's biggest consulate may end up guarding nothing but America's next foreign policy mistake. I'm Ananya Dutta. Thanks for watching Grey Zone.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.